Boo. Woo. I think I accidentally said boo. I meant woo. Woo. Yeah, podcast. Yeah. What do I say? I don't know. I didn't do the podcast 2 weeks for the 2 week ago video because I didn't feel like it. I needed to record a video and I didn't want to, and I thought of the idea of the Millionaires Club thing, and that worked out way better than I thought. Let's jump into stuff. I have 2 cars that I need to do burning routes for to unlock other cars, and then I wanted to do the Showtime stuff because I haven't really done enough of those. But yeah, why is my throat like claw? That don't matter. But yeah, the Millionaires Club thing, people seem to really like that. And I did too. It was really fun to like record and think up the stupid fucking jokes that I made, and it was also just like, strangely enough, more editing than I usually do, mostly because of like the fade ins, fade outs. It really wasn't like a ton of editing, but it was like more than usual, because usually it's just like put on video and just cut when I need to, and that's it. Like, it's not really like a ton of editing, but it was a decent amount of work, and it was fun, and I'm happy with the outcome. Where the fuck did he go? I'm happy with the outcome, and I'm glad other people were happy with the outcome. That's sort of like going forward if I'm doing gaming videos, because I've mentioned before, like, I don't hate doing Let's Plays, but like, they get boring after a while, where it's just like kind of just put on game talk, done. Like, it just kind of like, they all sort of blend together. They don't really like feel fun or interesting unless you get like some crazy thing like the first Amazing Island one or something like that, where it's just absolute chaos for reasons outside of the game. That's why I've been doing like the podcast style shit, because I feel like I can at least do something to make it interesting. Why am I going this way? I didn't need that smash. I'm in the middle of burning room. What am I doing? What is my... No, stop being me. But that, like, going forward, like, especially once I'm done with this series and everything, that's the kind of, like, gaming video I would want to do, just something stupid like that, where it's, like, less a gaming video and more just, like, a stupid comedy kind of video. That's a lot more of what I would want to do, and they would be, like, not every 2 weeks or whatever. It'd be, like, whenever I come up with an idea kind of thing.
Burnout Roadster. Take delivery at the junkyard.
Yeah. Sweet. But, yeah, it's just kind of like what I want to do. And, I don't know. I don't have any other ideas. That's the other thing with those ideas. It's the same reason why I didn't do anything, like, similar to the apartment tour or anything, because for videos like that, I kind of need ideas. What's the closest one? What's the closest junkyard? That one actually might be closer. And maybe not, but I'm going to it anyway. But... what was I saying? But that's why I didn't do anything like the apartment tour after, doing the first one, because I kind of need ideas. I kind of need to, like, think of the idea before I do the video. Like, the game show thing, I just randomly had an idea. I was like, hey, what if I do this as a game show? And I went forward with it. It wasn't like I sat down and was like, okay, I need to think of ideas. I need to come up with something I could do other than a Let's Play, other than the podcast style. It was just like, hey, what if I do this? And I was like, that's a great idea. And then I didn't feel like doing the Let's Play, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it now. Like, I had that idea for weeks. I really fucked that up. That was awful. I had that idea for weeks, and it just came to fruition because I was like, I have no idea what else the fuck I want to do. 700,000. That was nowhere close. But yeah, it's I want more ideas like that. I would need to come up with them first, and I'm way better if the ideas come naturally as opposed to just trying to force ideas. Like, I'm not good at just like I could sit down and brainstorm, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything good's gonna come out of it. And that's sort of where I want the channel to go. Just like, I have a stupid idea, let me do this idea. Maybe it'll be comedy, maybe it'll be, hey, I can make something. Maybe it'll be, because that was the, I mentioned it before. Like, I'm basically just repeating shit that I've mentioned before at this point, but I mentioned it before with like the cooking videos, where it was basically me saying, hey, I need a cooking video. I'll just look up a recipe and try to make that. Like, it got to the point where, like, I had the idea for peanut butter popsicles, and then I had the idea for making lemon bars, and trying to make, like, the By Pride lemon bars, which went, oh, great. It was perfect. No problems, but I had those ideas, and then after that, it was just like, I didn't have any other ideas. It was just kind of like, I don't know, I'll make pretzels. I'll make fucking peanut butter cookies. I don't know. Like it was just like, it was never, it got to the point where it wasn't like natural, like, I have this idea and I think it'll be fun. It's like, I need to do a cooking video, so I'll just, I don't know, I'll do something. And that's what I don't want to run into going forward, and that's why, like, videos, once I'm done with this series, are basically gonna be like, whenever I decide to do a video, and not like a regular thing where it's like, hey, you know you're getting a video every month. Alright. Bus! Please. Please. I might actually get it this time, because I've gotten multiple buses. My brain stopped and I just started playing Burnout. What is happening to me? Like, I just stopped talking and I just got distracted. That's the one problem with these things. I kind of need to pay attention. The races I can kind of like go on autopilot, but these I kind of need to like sort of pay attention to what I'm doing. I don't need to go anymore. I've finished. Woo! One dot. Stop! Stop hitting me. One done. Woo! 1.2 mil. Alright. What's that? It's time for a segment. Alright, well. It's time for a segment of the podcast that I like to call the lightning round. The lightning round is where I say things, and then, things, you know what? You'll figure it out. I also, like a fucking idiot, did not set this up ahead of time. Because, you know, why would I do that? What the fuck is happening on my computer? Google's crashing. Chrome's crashing. What is happening? Alright, so that was fucking weird. Chrome crashed. Audacity crashed. My webcam software crashed. OBS crashed. Luckily, the OBS video was saved, I guess, because the way OBS records. Audacity was able to recover the old one. The webcam, that was just a casualty. I have no idea what the fuck happened. Anyway, lightning round, 15 seconds on the clock. I didn't explain it at all. You'll figure it out. Let's go. Confectioner's sugar. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Falafel. Tin. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get to it. I didn't get to it. Shut up. That was the first one. That was a practice round. Let's try again. Sausage. Antidepressants. Mankey. Oh, Mariska Hargitay. Done. Succeeded. Everything's good. Hope you enjoyed the lightning round. Hope you understand what the fuck was going on, because I sure don't. This lightning round was brought to you by food. Food. Shove some of this in your mouth. Yeah. Let's get back to the game. What was I doing? I don't even remember. Doesn't matter. You know, the rules of the lightning round, they're fluid. It's like a game. It's like when you have like a 5-year-old that's losing the game and then just changes the rules, you know? It's fine. Like Big Daddy, where they're playing that like card game, and he's just like 2, 7, 6, Queen, Jack. I win. What is this game called? I win. Like, fair enough. That's the lightning round. What am I doing? What is happening? Oh yeah, I need to do this one. This also has a burnout, root of burn time, fun time. Oh, so I need to look just to make sure I got everything correct. So something else has been happening on the channel besides just me having fun playing stupid games. So there's been one guy. Actually, it's technically like 2 people, but the other one only posted like 1 comment ever. But there've been 2 people that have been posting comments on a total of 2 videos. Like, it's been multiple comments on 2 videos, and YouTube keeps removing the comments, and I'm kind of upset about it because I want these comments on my channel because it's just amazing. I gotta assume that these are like little kids. Like, I know they know each other because the second person that posted 1 comment has the same last name as the first person, so they must be like brothers or cousins or something. Because I assume they're little kids based on what they're saying, and the fact that most of the comments have been on a Minecraft video. They've stopped, which I'm upset about because I wanted them to just keep going indefinitely. I really hope while I'm recording this I somehow get another comment, but they've let me, once I do this and once I'm at the drive to the thing part, and I can like turn off my brain and not have to focus anymore, I'll read some of the comments just to highlight it because it's so absurd and hilarious. Hold on. It's all been on, and again, it's all been on a single Minecraft video and one Perfect Dark Zero video, which, to be fair, I completely forgot I played Perfect Dark Zero for any amount of time outside of Rare Replay. You know what? I do remember. I did like 2 episodes, and I'm like, this fucking sucks. I'm gonna play something else. I remember I did not, Perfect Dark Zero, I mean, I didn't really like Perfect Dark just because I don't feel like, I never played it when I was younger, so I don't have the nostalgia and don't feel like it holds up. I think I'm actually good. I think with the distance I have enough. Well, I better because I fucked up. But let me read some of these comments. You're malicious, wrong you're. You're mean. You're mean, you say bad words a lot. Apparently me just saying fuck counts as me being mean. I love it. Hold on. You're mean, still wrong you're again. You keep saying shut up and swearing a lot, so because I say shut up, I'm mean. I'm saying shut up to like, I'm not saying shut up to people. I'm saying shut up either probably to my phone, which is just more saying shut up to me because I forgot to like turn off my phone before I started recording, or I said shut up to a character in game, which like I'm being mean to a character in game. That's and this person takes offense to that. The other, and then there were 2 others later on. You're the meanest person. You keep saying shut up to people, and you keep swearing. Also, wrong you're again. And then you're mean. Still the wrong you're. You got it right once. Like, come on. You keep swearing and keep telling people to shut up. I love how that is like the repeated, like gotcha thing. It's like, you're mean because you say shut up and swear. Like, cool. Also, keep saying shut up to people. Who did I say shut up to? I don't think I've ever said shut up to, like... Also, because it's a villager in the thing, I probably was saying shut up to a villager going, like over and over again. I was probably just saying, like, shut up. Just stop sounding like Squidward. I was probably something along the lines, but that makes me me. It's just great. I love it. It's so absurd that there have been 6 comments, 5 from one person, 1 from, I assume, like a brother or cousin, just telling me I'm mean. And unfortunately, YouTube got rid of them, because you know how YouTube spam filter works. Like, it doesn't... Like, I had a video of it before where I'm like, hey, I'm not removing these comments because YouTube spam filter just decides to remove comments sometimes and doesn't put them in the, like, held for review, so I don't have the opportunity to approve them. It happened to someone else recently where they mentioned something that's like, hey, did you I think YouTube removed my comment, can you approve that? And I'm like, I sure can't. It doesn't give me the option to. YouTube just said, fuck you, it doesn't exist. Like, you can see I'm getting the notifications because I'm gonna put a screenshot of those in there. I'm gonna blur out their names because I don't want people to, like, harass them, especially because I'm assuming they're, like, close to toddlers, based on the things. And their comments aren't on the video, so it's not like you can get their comments from the videos anyway, so. But, I really want, oh, fuck, this is tough. Wow, I saw no buses. That sucked. And then I just get walloped. But it's just so absurd. I'm upset that as of when I'm recording this, it's 5 days ago was the last one. It started 12 days ago. It was like a full week that they were on this like tirade of like telling me I'm mean. It's so great. It's so great. I love it. It's just a fucking like poetry. Like I can't even put into words how much I was like just laughing and enjoying it. Every time I would get another email and notification saying like, hey, you got a comment from this person, and it just says, you're mean. I don't know why I went for that billboard. It completely fucked up the run. Like, I'm not going to get... I've gotten, what, one Showtime road roll? This entire episode was supposed to be me getting Showtime road rolls, and I've gotten one. Good. I am doing a speed car, which has less boost, so that's a problem, but, like, come the fuck on. That one was completely my fault. I even got a bus, and I just threw it away. But I'm just... it's just poetry. Like, I can't even... I just... every time I think about it, it makes me laugh even more. Because it's just so absurd. And again, I assume they're like children. Because it's like a weird thing with the Minecraft communities. Like, especially the Minecraft stans. Like, if you've ever, like, seen or followed any of the, like, drama that pops up from those, which I recommend not doing that because, you know, you need to keep your brain cells. But it's always like, oh, someone said something wrong, like, said something bad. Like, but not, like, bad in terms of, like, they absolutely deserve to be called out on it. Like, stuff like this. It's like someone that is normally family-friendly, like, said a swear word, and it's like, oh my god. Oh my god, they're an awful human being. They need to be called out and, like, they need to be, you know, taken off the internet. Or like, this person is friends with a Minecraft, like another Minecraft streamer or YouTuber that the fans don't like, and it's like, oh, how dare you be friends with that person? I'm going to unsubscribe, and you are now the worst person in my mind. You are an awful human being for being friends with this person, and it's like, who gives a shit? Like it's always stuff that doesn't fucking matter. It's always stuff that's like, it's just so stupid. And I'm assuming, I can only assume that the people that were commenting on this video are those kind of people that just like, the second someone says fuck, that's the end. That's the end of them. They don't deserve to have a YouTube channel anymore. How dare you put out Minecraft videos? How dare you put out Minecraft videos while swearing? To be fair, I guess it's my fault for, you know, assuming that, you know, I could put Minecraft videos up peacefully. I didn't think, like, fucking 5 years later or whatever it is, I would get angry comments from 2 people telling me I swear too much. Oh boy, they better never watch the Trunk Minecraft series that Markiplier put out. They would fucking hate that. They'd be miserable watching that. Oh man, it's just chef's kiss. It's so great. It's so great, and it makes me laugh every time I think about it. Like, it has not gotten less funny since it started happening. And I'm really hoping it starts up again because I miss those comments. They were like, they brighten up my day. I would just get a, you know, I'd be having a miserable day at work or something, and then I would just get an email saying you're mean, you swear a lot. I fucking love it. It's never not funny. Oh man, oh, it's so great. You're seeing me laughing, you're seeing me tell you how much I love it, but I cannot put into words how much it just tickles me. You know, how much that they just absolutely hate the fact that I swear and say shut up to, like, villagers in Minecraft. I am like Hitler in their mind. It's like I might as well be. Oh man. It's great. I can't stop laughing. I can't. Oh my god, I'm fucking crying thinking about it. It's so great. Oh man. Oh. It's just poetry. I can't put into words. I've just been laughing like a fucking madman for the last like 30 minutes or whatever it's been. How long have I been recording? 14 minutes. It was like 10 minutes before the crash. I'm only at like 24 minutes and feels like this has been fucking forever. I feel like it's because I've been doing the Showtime road rules. The Showtime road rules just make time stand still. They're so, like, they're fun until you do it 17 million times in a row. I'm just getting to the burning route so I can switch cars. Just so I can switch cars, get like a trash car? What am I talking about? The aggression. Where did trash come from? Why was trash my first instinct for like car type? I don't know. I don't know. Before we start the burning route, though, we have another segment. I started the burning route. I didn't even get to start the segment. Hey, this one is a segment. Once I can pause, please stop. Please stop telling me things. Now, are you gonna let me pause? This is a segment where I do something happen. Hey, oh fuck. Hey, look at this. Time. That was a workout. I need to like stretch before that I do that again. I'm not in shape. I don't. I'm not. It's that. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Look at this. This segment is brought to you by Winston. Winston, he loves you. You love him. Give him all your money. Burning route. I'm a fucking idiot. What? What words? Speaking of working out, I do actually need to start working out. I did go to the gym. I mostly just did cardio, but I did go to the gym before the pandemic because there was a gym that our work had access to, and I had two friends that we would just go as our lunch. We would go to the gym, and I would just use like an exercise bike or a treadmill, and I would cardio and stretching and all that stuff, and I felt fine. And then pandemic happened, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep exercise and everything's gonna be fine. I bought resistance bands so I could even start doing some like full body workout stuff, like actually like muscles training and not just cardio. And then I did fucking nothing. It's been over 2 years, and now I'm like, I need to start that again. And maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll not do. But maybe I will do.
For that win, you're being awarded the sensational
Real strong insight there. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, I might as well be a psychic, Watch it somehow, like, like, somehow both does and doesn't happen. I don't know how that would work, but, like, just my prediction of it either happening or not happening is somehow completely wrong. Be like Schrodinger's workout. I don't know how the fuck that would work, because I'm pretty sure I would know whether I'm working out, but, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe it's just gonna be a mystery to me. Maybe I sleepwalk, and who knows whether or not I'm working out. The fuck am I talking about? My brain is broken. I actually didn't even want to record this today. It was just like, I usually give myself a week to record, and it's Sunday. It's Sunday and this needs to be out this Saturday, and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably record it. I didn't record it yesterday because I didn't want to. I also wanted to paint my nails, and I didn't do that either. I crashed. I wanted to paint my nails again, and I didn't do that. I have nail polish, but I've just been lazy. Maybe I'll do that still today. I don't know. I want to paint them by Pride colors for Pride Month, because I haven't done anything for Pride Month. Actually, this video is actually coming out after Pride Month. It's not Pride Month anymore, except I'm bisexual, so who cares? Every month's Pride Month. So, yeah, I wanna go do, I wanna do that. I did it before, but it was with like whatever nail polish colors I could find, and it didn't really look good because the pink was like a weird lavender, and the blue was fine, and then the purple was like way too dark and just looked like black nail polish, so it didn't really look good. But now I got better nail polish, and I'm gonna try it again. And that's pretty much all I got for that. Speaking of nothing that I was talking about, so I've specifically stayed away from talking about work this episode because I feel like every time I've done one of these, I've ended up talking about work. And to be fair, even more shit has gone on with work, and it's a struggle to not talk about it because it's just baffling how they keep shooting themselves in the foot. I put it as like, we keep saying they keep repeatedly shooting themselves in the foot. I'm like, I explained to my one, the way I said it to my one friend who also worked past tense, because, yeah, for good reason. But, the way I explained it is like, they've never stopped shooting themselves in the foot. They have like a minigun trained on their foot 24/7. Wow, that was useless as a, I went the complete worst way I could have. That was useless as a road rules attempt. I've gotten, what, 3 of them? How fucking terrible am I? This is awful. But, so I've avoided talking about work, but I do want to talk about, follow up on something that I did already talk about, because, like, I don't want to bring up new stuff, because I just, also part of me is just like, I don't want to think about it. I've been dealing with it too much. I'm at the point where I'm kind of like waiting till the smoke clears, of just like I'm sitting back with popcorn, you know, watching the fireworks, because it just keeps getting worse. So I'm just waiting till the smoke clears, and then I'll just be like, okay, this is all the shit that they did and all of the fallout from that. But I do want to follow up on something I already talked about, which was the field day that they were doing, because, you know, they can't give us remote work, but boy howdy can they force us into a fucking field day. Fun. So the field day, ooh, pink finish. Purple, easily. Unless they had a pink, in which case, purple's fine. So they, you know, did the whole, like, anyway, so we start the field day. Let me just do this chronologically, because if I don't do it chronologically, I'm gonna forget something. So it starts with the CEO giving a speech, and I mentioned before how the CEO constantly, like, puts his foot in his mouth and is like, hey, you know, here's why we need remote work, and here's why you're never getting it, or here's why we don't need remote work, here's why you're never getting it. And like, he quoted the banking CEO and everything, and like constantly just pissing people off and making it just like people quit and shit like that. So what his speech, he was like, oh, you know, we went in the pandemic, did great in the pandemic, to which I looked at one of the other devs that I was standing next to during the thing, and he even whispered to me, he's like, then what's the point of us being remote? Like, cause he was just talking about how great we did during the pandemic full remote, and how we like really stepped it up, and you know, made sure we did all our work and all blah 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 blah. And then he went through and he was like, yeah, and then we're going back into the office, blah blah blah, all this stuff. And I remember, you know, sitting around, you know, walking around the office and seeing everyone working, just thinking, what's the point? You know, what's the point in being, you know, in the office if we did great during the pandemic? And then he brought up a whole like, it's like, well, here's the point. Engagement and community and all of this other, a sense of community and all this other stuff, you know, sense of community, you know, like, hey, you know, the whole like stupid corporate, like, hey, we're actually not, you know, employees, we're not coworkers, we're family. And it's like, no, we're fucking not. I don't like any of you people. So, I mean, to be fair, I don't like most of my extended family, so I guess that actually tracks. You know, pulling that whole stuff and like, hey, you know, this is all the things we need. So that's why we're doing the Connections Day, why we're doing this Community Day, this, like, Field Day, because then we can get that stuff. And it's like, you just contradicted yourself, because you said, like, hey, the reason we're in the office is for engagement and for community and all this other stuff. And now you're saying we're doing the Connections Day for all of that stuff, but then that means by your own admission, we're not getting that stuff from working remote. So, or we're not getting that stuff from working in the office. So why are we working in the office if we then have to do this to get all that stuff? Like, clearly then we're not getting the stuff from in the office. Like, it was just like completely contradicting himself and being like, hey, this is why we're in the office, and this is why we also need a field day. It's like, but we wouldn't need the field day if we're getting that stuff from in the office. And if we're not getting that stuff from the office and we need the field day, then why do we need to be in the office? It was just so fucking stupid. Also, I'm full remote, so I'm listening to all this and being like, my job's been great since I've been full remote. I've gotten way more done, and I've been less stressed. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's so much better being remote. So it's like he's just talking out of his ass the entire time. He also contradicted himself again, because I mentioned how they were gonna start enforcing the dress code, and they did start enforcing the dress code. He mentioned like, oh, starting the first day of summer, going to Labor Day, we're re-implementing the super casual dress code. And I'm like, then what the fuck was the point in enforcing it in the first place? Like, the entire point of enforcing it was, oh, we want to make, you know, we might have investors in the office and we want it to, you know, be more professional looking. But like, what? Investors aren't gonna show up in the summer? Like, if it was about the investors, then you wouldn't need to, then it shouldn't, like, matter whether it's the summer or not. Like, you should still want to enforce it. Not saying that they should enforce it in the first place, because what the fuck investor is gonna give a shit about coming in and seeing people in, like, t-shirts? But you're enforcing you're not gonna enforce the dress code, but by not enforcing the dress code, you're telling us that the entire reason you were enforcing the dress code in the first place is bullshit. So, it's just, like, baffling. It's just, like, I have no idea what they're doing there. Because it's, like, every time, like, it definitely comes across like they're doing this because they are old school and thinks this how businesses should be run, because it used to be like, oh, you know, wearing a suit was just standard. or at least wearing like business casual or something. Like that was just standard for business. Like that's just how business works. But we're in fucking 2022, and also we're in like a lot of us are, like a lot of the companies in tech now, like it's not a tech company, but a lot of the company is now like tech focused. Like even outside of development, like there's pretty tech focused companies, and like the tech industry's never really been, well, I don't want to say never, because IBM had the whole like historical, like the well-known phrase of like you can wear any color suit you want as long as it's blue or black. Like they used to be like very strict dress code. I don't know if they still are, but so I won't say it's like the tech industry is very casual, because there have been companies historically that haven't been. But like in 2022, just business in general is very casual. Like unless you are dealing with customers, unless there is a very good reason, like a lawyer, you kind of expect a lawyer to wear a suit. Like that's a given. Like they're in court, they're doing stuff, you expect them to wear a suit. Plenty of other things, you kind of expect them to be dressed like like nice, maybe not formal, maybe not like full business, but like you kind of, they're expected to dress nicely. But in a company where all I do is sit in a cubicle, like before I was remote, all I would do is sit in a cubicle, not see clients. I would maybe be seen by investors once or twice a month. Actually, probably not even, because I don't, like they're talking about investors being like the norm, and I don't think I ever saw an investor once in the office. So, like that's the other thing. Like investors aren't gonna be in every single day of the week. Why? Like if you really want it to be like because of the investors, you could just be like, hey, investors are coming in this day. Because that's what one of my old jobs did. Like they had like business casual days, but it was where it's like just, you know, wear something with no logos and stuff on it. Like just don't wear any print tees, basically. Like I don't even think it was really like button down shirt, like business casual. It was just like don't wear print tees. I think they also, I don't remember if you could wear jeans. I think they also said no jeans, but which is kind of stupid because who gives a shit if you're wearing jeans. But it was at least only like, hey, we have clients in the office today, so, you know, dress somewhat nice. Which is still kind of stupid because like a client is not going to choose your software. Like if a client's going to choose your software, it's going to be because it's the best for them, not because they walked into the office and your people were wearing suits. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, you know, this software is great. It offers every feature that they want, but like, this dude was wearing a fucking Sonic t-shirt? Like, nah, we can't go with this company now. So it just like, it's still stupid, but at least it was day by day. It wasn't like a permanent, like, you are dressing this way because we might get clients in at some point. It was like, hey, we know when we're getting clients in, so you only have to dress this way when the clients are in, which was a lot better. Still stupid, but a lot better. I don't know why my like nose and everything is clogged up. Might be getting sick. Who knows? But anyway, so that was the speech. That was only the speech. Like I didn't even get to the rest of the thing. That was just the speech. Immediately put a sour note on everything. I'm sure it put a sour note on not just me and like the devs. Like I know all the devs were like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, this is stupid. But I'm sure there was some other people, other departments that were like rolling their eyes at that speech. If not openly rolling their eyes like I was, internally rolling their eyes. But so we get to the thing. I was in a group that was completely away from all devs, so I had even less fun because it wasn't like I could talk to my friends and talk to people that I actually like talking to. It was all people that I don't know, and anytime you have those like forced interactions, it's never like you get to know someone. Like every time we've had one in just like the IT meetings or anything like that, we never introduce ourselves. We never like actually get to know each other. It's always just we just get through the activity quickly and then never speak to each other again. That's always how it works. So putting me with no one in IT, like not even no devs, no one in IT was in my group. I knew, I think, one person in the group, and it was the person like leading the group. I kind of worked with him somewhat in the past, so I know him. But everyone else, no fucking clue who they are. I couldn't tell you their names because I just didn't interact with them at all outside of like the forced interaction we had. So it starts for me with a seminar, because they did the whole, it was one of those, it was called Working Genius, which I'm sure you can look up. It's like a thing where it's one of those like oversimplified pseudo-psychology like business things where it's like, hey, you take this test and we put you in this one of 6 categories and this explains how you work. And it's like, you could also just ask me how I work. I know what, like, the way to do the test is you have to know what excites you at work. So if I know what excites me at work, you could just ask me what excites me at work and then figure it out from there. Like, we don't need this test to be better at working. Like, it was just kind of like one of those things that where it's like, hey, we'll do this and it will tell you how you work, but it's like, it comes across almost as a crutch for management, because it's like, if you need this and don't really know how to manage people without something like this, like, you're probably not, shouldn't really be in management, I feel like. Which, to be fair, is a lot of people I've met, not just in this company, but in like tech companies in general. There are a lot of people that should not be in management, mostly because a lot of them just don't understand technology despite being like in management in a tech company. It's baffling how many people there are like that. There are people in my current company that are like that, where they're starting to push more tech focused and just don't understand technology. And it's just like amazing how they don't, like, you don't need to be a tech genius to run a tech company, but at the same time, you should at least be somewhat aware of tech. And if you're not, like, the stuff that you don't know, you should hire people that do know it so that you can defer to them on their knowledge. Like, if you don't understand tech, hire a CTO that does. And then let them deal with the tech. You can ask questions, you can do stuff, you should be learning, but hire people that know the stuff that you don't, so that you fill those gaps, rather than just like trying to run a tech company blindly, because that just never works. I am now in like my second company where the CEO and everything know nothing about tech. They just like, they know the problems, they pretty sure tech can solve them, and they'll just keep piling on the problems without actually deferring to development or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's always, you know, like in my last company, it was a tech company that sold technology, but then sales would make the decisions on what we put in the software, and it's like, that's backwards. Sales should be selling what we are able to program, not telling us what to program because of what they sold. Like, they would sell things that we can't do, and then we would have to figure out how to do them, and it's like, that's, you should have asked us ahead of time, because we physically cannot do this. But yeah, so it was Working Genius, and it was a fucking hour-and-a-half long seminar. 30 minutes in, I'm like, oh my god, this is awful, this is boring, please, like, someone just... train a sniper through the window and just shoot me, take me out of my misery right now. I don't want to be in this anymore. Like, it was so fucking boring. It was the kind of thing where it's like, you know, the entire thing was like to make you think about how you work, which, you know what, fine. I will admit, like, maybe for some people, they never think like what they do, what they work as, how they work as, and it's just like, maybe it's just me being a developer, it's a lot more obvious than like an accountant of like what type of work I like doing and shit like that. But it's also the kind of thing, it could have been a 30-minute seminar or it could have been a pamphlet. Like, it did not need to be an hour-and-a-half long fucking lecture on how to work better using this pseudo-psychology, you know, method. And it's like, oh my god. And everyone talking about how, like, oh, they're actually gonna like put it into effect, and they're actually gonna use it in their day-to-day like work lives. And it's like, no one's fucking gonna do this. No one's gonna follow this. Everyone's gonna forget about it by the next week. By tomorrow, everyone's gonna forget about it. It was so like pointless. it was so pointless. And so that started off the day strong. Started off, I am miserable because of the speech and because of an hour-and-a-half long just lecture. So then we get to the games. So we're split into groups. Again, I know no one in my group. I know the person in charge of my group, and that's it. And I'm really hoping they choose some like low-effort games. Like they have cornhole, which they call Bago, which I've never heard before working there. But they have, you know, cornhole where it's like, you know, you have the beanbags and you throw them into the thing and thing. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. It's hot as fuck outside. It's like 95 degrees, but I'm fine with that because it requires me not moving. Or Giant Jenga. They had Giant Jenga. Let's play Giant Jenga. That requires not moving and it's in the shade. Let's do that. Connect 4. They have like a giant Connect 4 board. Let's do that, you know? Let's do that. Again, it requires, you know, not moving and is in the shade. Oh, they have trivia? That's inside? Even fucking better. Let's go with the indoor trivia, because then we're in the air conditioning, and also we're not outside, and we don't have to move. So I get into the group, and like half the people immediately are like, he's like, all right, what does everyone want to do? And half the people immediately are like, kickball. Kickball requires moving and it's outside. So we played kickball, and I was miserable after it. And after kickball, then we went inside and did trivia, and then went outside and did cornhole. So it at least ended up fine. But like, we started with fucking kickball. It was so goddamn miserable. I am not athletic. I don't like sports. And you're forcing me to play kickball. And it is just, again, the whole, like, idea of forced fun anyway. Like, even if I enjoyed kickball, the fact that I'm being forced to play kickball, it's just, it makes it so much less fun. Because, so we had a dev meeting. It was IT and, like, a couple other things. Like, when the pandemic was still happening before we went back to the office, it was like hey, let's get to know everyone. I didn't really want to go to it, but I was kind of fine with it because we hadn't been in the office. It was like a forced in the office kind of thing that had no reason to exist. But I you know, we haven't been in the office yet. We're not forced to be in the office every day. I'm fine with it. And you know what happened? The dev team, we ended up playing Jenga. Not because we were forced to play Jenga, not because we were incentivized to play Jenga, but because we just wanted to play Jenga, and we thought, like, hey, this will be fun. So we did, and we had fun. Like, honestly, it was enjoyable. I had fun playing Jenga, like the giant Jenga with that, because it was just something we actually wanted to do. We chose to do it. That doesn't work with, like, forced fun activities. When, like, someone, like, if we did the same, like, the exact same thing happened, except they said, hey, we are going to play Jenga, you don't have a choice, I would have had much less fun that day. because it's like, I don't want to do this. I want to just sit and do nothing. Like, my friend talked about it too, how they like had like an in-office thing and they just like got a ball and were like hitting it down the hallway, like playing handball in the hallway or something. And they had fun because they just were like, fuck it, let's do this. You know, we don't want to, this is a stupid meeting or stupid like get together kind of thing. We don't want to do this, so let's just hit a ball down a hallway. And they had fun. And then like the next time they had a thing, the HR or whatever was like, hey, let's play this game where we roll this ball down a hallway. Like basically like doing another game similar to what they were doing, because they thought, hey, they had fun with this, let's do something similar. But they hated it. They were like, this fucking sucks, because it was not them deciding they want to do it. It was HR deciding, hey, you're doing this and you don't have a choice. And that was like their sticking point. Is like, oh my god, this is fucking awful. It's fucking awful. And then they had the whole, the worst part is my work then was like, hey, we're gonna do more of these events. If it seemed like it went well, we're gonna do more of these events. And I'm like, oh, fuck this, I don't want to do this, fuck this is awful. So when they sent out the survey that was like, hey, let us know how we did, scathing my survey was. It was so scathing. I put like that I hated everything, and basically like called them out for not giving us remote. I was like, yeah, forcing people to do this is just gonna piss people off anymore. And you know, it's especially the people that, you know, don't want to do this and would prefer remote, which you guys are like, I can actually read mine, and it was anonymous. You know, maybe someone from my work reads this and is like, hey, he's the one that wrote this review. I really don't give a shit at this point. The fact that I'm sharing anything about work and complaining about it is because I really don't care. I think I've said that before. I'm like, what are they gonna do, fire me? Great. I'd love it. Where the fuck was that? What day was that? 15th? The 15th? I'm scrolling up because I had it posted in like a Discord message with 2 ex-employees. The Working Genius session had no reason to be a boring hour and a half long lecture, and forcing people to participate in games and activities in the blaring sun doesn't engage us or make us feel like a community. It just frustrates the people that have zero desire to be there more than the company's unnatural hatred for full remote work already does. Yeah, that was exactly what I typed to them, and hopefully they took it to heart, but they wouldn't, because they're stubborn. Anyway, podcast over. That was a thing. My mom texted me the word question, and I'm scared. So yeah. Podcast done. Woo!